I'm going crazy. 무뎌져.
The ride was going all silent as you were sitting on the passenger seat and your husband, who's my boss, was driving the car right now. The silence was somehow eating you out internally. You wanted to talk to him about yourself, about your daily routine, and what you did all the time when he's busy doing his job as a mafia. You never like what he did. The reason is he can't give a proper time to you and neither his family, and that includes his parents and an elder brother. Did you enjoy the party? You asked about his business related party from where you both were coming back right now. Just you look tired. Do you want to take a bath when you get back? Playing with your fingers, she asked. Notice your actions. Yes, I will. You have started getting annoyed by his little replies. It's not like you're always going to endure it, right? You also want someone who can cherish you or at least talk to you, care for you. All these luxuries can't buy happiness and care for you. Jungkook, can you take a week off? Why? He asked, all focused on the road. You bite your lower lip to spend time together. You always work. You can rest too, and I don't need vacations. And I'm not tired. I love my work. Why do you love such a work? He scoffed at your question. You will not understand. That make me understand. When I said you will not understand. He spoke, poking his inner cheek with his tongue. The sign of him getting annoyed. I'll try my best to understand, but it's too. Can't you just leave it? Suddenly he pulled the brake and the car stopped with a jump. He looked at you with rage in his eyes. Are you crazy? You want me to leave my work in which my father and I invested everything? You shook your head as tears built up in your eyes. No, it's not like that. I know it will take time and I will be with you. I'll help you start a better business. He scoffed, ruffling his hair back. Why do you suddenly want this? Didn't I provide you everything? I keep you in whole best security, and what more do you want? Jungkook, I want you to be safe. What if you get hurt someday, and what if something else happens? It's not like we will wait for something to happen before. When I'm safe, and I know my work is full of it, but I can't just leave it because you said so. Now you scoffed, looking away, controlling your tears. You gulp again and again. I only asked for one thing. You spoke, looking away. You flinched when you heard him punching the steering wheel, opening the car door. He walked out of the car, brushing his hair back. He stood there for a minute, giving his back to the car. Noticed the weather. It was windy and it's going to rain soon. You walked out of the car to call him. Jungkook, now what? You flinched when he yelled at you. It was first time when he yelled at you like this and got angry. The weather is not good. So what? Should I dance? You gave him a confused expression. Jungkook stopped acting annoyed at little things. Little things? Wow, huh? Now you both are literally arguing in the middle of the road. Yes, you do, and right now you're doing worse. Worse? John Wayne, you don't even know what is worse. Who will know better than me? You nodded his head. Okay then, if you know, then stay here and face the worst you are talking about because I don't want to argue on some rubbish. Goodbye. Sitting in his car, he never looked back at you. He started the car and drive away. You stood there all frozen, blinking your eyes as tears started to flow down your cheek, but Dad said you will keep me happy. Your breath hitched. Did I ask too much? Wiping your tears, you looked at your surroundings. It was all dark, and only moonlight was the source of light right now. I know you will come back. You stood there thinking he will come back when he realizes what he did. Isn't that cruel? It is scared for you, but sometimes his anger takes over him. Suddenly, two black cars came towards you with full lights on. You have to cover your eyes because of too much light. Who are they? You saw the logo on the cars, and that logo was far different from the cars that belonged to Jungkook's family. You noticed a few people came out of cars. Who are you? Where's Jungkook? You asked, but someone came behind you and placed a cloth over your mouth, and you started to feel dizzy until it became dark in front of your eyes. Meanwhile, Chung drives a little far. He then looked at his surroundings and noticed there's not even a single human being out right now. Just then it clicked his mind where he left you was not a good area, at least for a woman to walk alone. He quickly turned his car direction and increased the car's speed. Shit, Ryan, how can I let my anger take over me? At a place like this, he blamed himself. In just 5 minutes, he was back at the place. Coming out of the car, he looked around. Ryan, are you here? John Ryan, he screamed your name. He sat back in the car and drove more forward to see if you walked away and didn't stay here. But all the way, he doesn't find any sign of you. Punching the steering wheel again and again, he blames himself for leaving you alone there. I should have talked to you calmly. I should have told you it's not easy to get out of this dirty vivid. It will make our life hell if I leave this place. Just then his phone rang. He picked it up. Hello, Jungkookff, where are you and Ryan? Didn't you both leave the party an hour ago? Yeah, how do you know? Your mom called me. She said whenever only you or you both go out, Ryan inform your mother when you guys leave the house and when you get back. You had asked about this favor from Ryan because she's always worried for you and you don't talk to her much. Jung bit his lips, gripping his hair tightly. Hyung, why are you stuttering? Ryan, this happened because of me. What you did to her? Jung told Namjoon everything. He was feeling himself all miserable as the most precious and sensitive part of his heart is snatched away by someone. Damn, I didn't expect this much worse from you. Chung was all silent. Come home soon, I'll call Chin to check every CCTV in that area. Throwing the phone away, Chung drove the car to home as soon as he could. He kept checking his surroundings too, thinking, what if you walked too far away somehow, trying to remove negative thoughts of his mind. Hyung, did you find anything? He rushed into the house, yelling. He saw his home sitting on couches and looking through their laptops and iPads. You don't know how much right now I wanna punch this face of yours, but this isn't the right time for it. Jung gulped, looking at his Jin Hyung, who was also glaring at him. First we'll sort this out, then I'll meet you properly. But where is she? She is kidnapped by Sumio Shikai, who is Confederation of Smaller Yakuza Group. Its current head is Isao Seki, and last month he wouldn't accept their offer of sharing the latest weapons. Isao Seki, you have entered the wrong territory. Get those weapons out right now, for which we denied their offer. I'm gonna make them taste their own medicine. Somehow thank God to know about their hidden spot, and we thank all of them left to that place. Meanwhile, you are brought to an unknown place which you don't know where it even exists. You woke up just a few minutes ago and found that you were sitting down beside the bed tied up. You thought who even had brought you here and why. And in conclusion, you got the only answer, Chung's enemy. Once your mother-in-law told you that when one mafia group goes against another in a deal or something, then the enemy's side tries to hit the weakest point of head of the group to get the power. You were grown up in a mafia family too, but your father always kept you away from anything related to mafia life. That after marriage you got to know how difficult and risky it can be. Right now you are only praying that somehow Junks get to know where you are and come here soon. You are trying not to show how afraid you are right now. Just then the room door was swung open by someone. You looked at the person through his features. You can say he's Japanese. His dark and negative aura was giving you chills already. Who are you? He tried to speak with confidence. He smirked and scoffed. Well, my name is Isao Seki, but you can call me Isao. With your lovely voice, that nickname will suit your lips. He made a disgusting face when he said that. Not even in your dreams. Whoa, no doubt you're John's woman. Well, proudly. You notice your words made him triggered. He quickly walked to you and grabbed your jaw tightly. Yeah, but from now on, you will not. John made a big mistake of not dealing with us, and now he will pay for it through his lovely hot wife. He spoke looking at your figure. You tried to get out of the script. Shut up, stop speaking or I know how to shut you up. Well, at first I only want to nap you, but when When I saw what a masterpiece Chun have, now I want more. I also want to taste his choice, which looks too appealing for me. He licked his lips, but you spit on his face, making him back off and wipe his face. Don't you dare to touch me. You, he slapped you harshly and got up. You looked at him, and your eyes widened. He was removing his shirt. Stop, wait. Wow, now Linus became a kitten. I like that. He chuckled in a disgusting way. Then he walked to you, only wearing his pants. You shake your head, trying to get free. No, Jungkookff, someone help me. His smirk became more and more wide. He gripped your wrist, opening the chain and throwing you on the bed. You tried to get up and run, but he caught you and caged your body tightly. Let's see how your tune will save you now. On the other side, Chung and his team was already in his house hidden place. They were fighting with his mans. Chung controlled this area. I'll go up to see where they kept Vian. And shoots were being heard all over the place. Chung ran up to the corridors, checking every room. He didn't find you in any of them. Vian, he yelled your name, but no response. In anger, he punched the wall and suddenly the wall moved. Chung backed off, looking at the wall as it turned, and now he was able to see a door behind it. With a soundproof, quickly Chung got a weapon out to open it and unlocked it. He parked inside that room. Chung's eyes widened, and rage was visible in his eyes when he saw the view. He saw was forcing him to remove your dress while you were yelling Chung's name and pushing him. Chung punched away Sao with his that he fell off bed. Jungkookff, you saw him and started crying hysterically. Jungkookff quickly removed his jacket and pulled her up, hugging her. Then he make you wear his jacket. He take off your head and your cheeks, your hands. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm the worst husband ever. Before you can say something, Sao got up, holding his. You are the worst husband, John. When Chung heard his voice, he got up, protecting your trembling figure. What a coward you are. When you didn't get the deal, instead of facing us, you tried to use my woman to win. You forgot, John, we are mafias, not some sort of businessman who follows the government's rule. We can do anything to get what we want. Then have some from my side too. Chung pulled his out and he saw it too, but before anyone ran through, he saw his head and he fell on the floor. Chung looked at the window behind Sao and saw Jimin, who was holding a sniper and sitting on a terrace of a building. Chung turned back to see your unconscious figure lying on bed. Vian. You opened your eyes slowly, looking at your surroundings. You felt you were laying on a soft slumber with protective arms around yourself. You noticed you were back in your bedroom and lights were dim. Your clothes were changed into a comfy one. Turning on your side, you saw him sleeping while holding you protectively. He didn't forget what happened last night. Neither you are going to forgive him easily about what he did last night, and it led you to the worst thing ever. Motion in your body make him wake up. Chung opened his eyes slowly, but when he noticed you were awake, he quickly supported himself on his arm and checked your temperature. Sighing out, he said, "Thankfully, you don't have fever now, but are you feeling okay? I mean, any pain or headache? Are you hungry? But before he catch up, you pulled him back, placing your lips on his, melted in your warmth. This doesn't mean I have forgiven you," he said when he placed his forehead over here. He shook his head. "No, I hadn't accepted it, even if you had given it to me. But I will learn it. I'll try my best to be a good husband this time, I promise. I know you will, and I will support you no matter what you choose. I'll stay by your side forever." He saw his eyes getting teary, closed his eyes as his breath became a little heavy. "I don't know why God gave me a blessing like you. I've always sinned in my life that I don't deserve an angel in my devilish life." He cupped his cheek, rubbing your thumb over it. "Everyone deserves a chance to be better in their lives, and you got one too." He chuckled and nodded. "First, I'll work on controlling my anger, otherwise I'll not be able to do more." He caressed the scar on his cheek that adds a certain beauty to his face. "Yes, you will, but that doesn't mean you can always control your emotions. If your happiness is mine, then your anger is mine too. You can take it out on me, but not on last night's level. That was before you say more, he pecked your lips. No talks about last night. I don't want those bad memories to make a glitch in your mind. You're not agreeing with him. He suddenly got up that you wine, not feeling his warmth. He giggled. Now get up, we'll cuddle later. Mom and Dad must be waiting for us on the breakfast table. Your eyes widen and you sat up on the bed. Mom, Dad? Oh no, Young's too. They're here too. You smiled and hugged him tightly. He hugged you back. Thank you so much. No, don't. I should have done this way before all this time. I was being irresponsible. But now you're improving, so let's go. I'm hungry. You went like a child. Yeah, but we need to shower first. Yeah, what we? He smirked, picking you up in bridal style. Yeah, I didn't forgive you yet. This is out of boundary. He giggled and you.